Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you know what this is. This is T.I., a.k.a. Tip, a.k.a. Mr. Author, is in the building with us, man.
What's happening?
What's good, Tip?
Coolin', man. What the business?
Is this your second book?
It is.
This is called Foxx.
Trouble and Triumph. This is actually the novel that followed your prior one, Power and Beauty. So
Correct.
This is the follow-up to that.
Very good.
Mhm.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right.
Was an author on your list of things that you always wanted to do, or did it come up a little bit later?
It just the opportunity presented itself, and I took advantage.
Is that something that you went to look, like you
Nope.
seeked, or it came to you?
It came to me. They actually approached me about doing my collaborator, David Ritz. I think I was being approached about doing my biography. And I wasn't ready to do a biography, so
Not ready like you will do it one day.
one day.
Because
Has to one.
the
day.
story's not done. There's
Yeah.
so much more story to tell.
There you go.
See?
That's what
I know how to do it.
I mean, I'll be the youngest biographer
Yeah.
on the shelves. At the time, I wasn't even 30 yet. I was only like 28, 29.
What are you now?
I'm 31. I'll be 32 later on this month.
Good for you, man.
Ooh, what are you going to do for your birthday?
Hash-
Is that a trick question?
What's that?
I didn't know that was a trick question.
Hashtag turn up.
Turn up.
Yeah, turn up.
Question: any chance that you'll do this book also audio version?
How would that sound?
Possibly.
I'll tell you exactly how it would sound. It would sound like this if T.I. was doing it. Others have described me, the movie to me, and I have listened to each film a dozen times.
You sound like an educated Negro.
Hey,
T.I. has
man.
a very dignified gentleman's voice. I would enjoy listening.
Hey,
to the book
man.
on tape.
You sound like Colonel Sanders was reading it.
Now, Tia, I was watching your reality show the other night.
Oh, my God.
I
I saw some of that ratchetness, too.
But before you get into the
man.
ratchetness, I was
Hey,
actually,
wait a
I
minute.
wanted to commend you on being a proud dad. I mean, that's a lot that you have going on.
Right on.
But you're hard on your daughters, man.
What do you do?
He doesn't like anything that Tiny picks out for them to wear, whether it's their photo shoot.
Hey.
I think it was her Sweet 16 the other night.
Hey.
You constantly put your foot down. When you gonna let your little girls just blossom into young women?
Oh,
I mean, what do you mean? What does that? What does blossoming have to do with, showing your blossom?
Well, sometimes you do.
Well said.
She's eventually going to move out, get
Well,
a
then-
boyfriend.
You know what? Well, then that would be the appropriate time.
Oh, when she moves out.
That would be the appropriate time.
So you're never gonna let her be a young woman as long as she's under your roof?
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a young woman right now, even under my roof. There's just, certain parameters that young woman has to remain within.
Like dressing is definitely something that you have to approve of each photo shoot.
Let me ask
how
you a
much
question.
they revealed.
Let me ask you a
Uh-oh.
question.
Here comes the flip.
Let me ask you a question. If you were walking down the street
Mhm.
in a fireman's outfit, all right,
Mhm.
and someone ran up to you and say, hey, there's a fire. First thing you're going to say is, I'm not a fireman.
But why would I be walking in a fireman's outfit?
Aha! Aha!
Okay.
So if you are not a hooker, a tramp, or such and such and
Schizoid.
such, or if you're not, I put it very plainly, if you're not having sex, then why would you wear someone who's having sex? Why would you wear that outfit? Why would you wear that uniform? Because when they walk up to you and they propose
Clean.
sexual activity, you're going to say, hey, I'm not having sex. They're going to say, well, why are you wearing a uniform?
I think that on the
good.
to
He's
make
good.
a point to that, I think men think about sex 24/7 anyway. It doesn't matter what a woman wears.
Okay, so
she
what?
can be wearing a long dress covered
true.
up.
You really
A
believe-
man's still gonna think,
Not true.
what does she have on under there?
true.
Thinks the exact same thing about a woman in a burqa and a woman who's dressed in a bikini. You really
I
they
think
the same
that
thing?
there's
Not true.
definitely like if you're
Not
dressed
true.
more, there's gonna
Not
be
true.
more of a curiosity.
Also,
Not
I
true.
don't.
men
I
are
don't
perverts like
he's
that.
not. He's also saying it doesn't matter what men think. Why are you wearing the uniform? of this?
Exactly. Why are you wearing the uniform if you're not participating in the activity? And also, we're talking about teenage boys. Teenage boys are not that sophisticated up here.
I think
They're not
yeah,
that sophisticated.
I
It's pretty-
would agree.
It's pretty black and white. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, there's a booty. I want some. Simple
Right.
as
So you
that.
might
I
as
think
well.
after
if
you
can
become a
cover it up,
teenager.
Yeah.
they're dumb enough that if you can just cover it, maybe they'll forget for a second.
Smoke and mirror.
When
Smoke
men
and mirror,
get older,
exactly.
it's kind of the
Oh, ain't
same.
nothing under there.
It's kind of the same thought process after they become teenagers too.
Nah, hey, look, real talk, man. It ain't so much as the clothes as far as like tight jeans. I understand that's fashionable, and certain things. But when you talking about like cleavage as for a 16-year-old,
I would agree. Yeah.
That's I draw the line there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the other side of your life, you are in the strip clubs, aka turn up.
Sure.
Like, how do you feel about those girls? What do you think their
But
fathers?
they're not my responsibility.
Okay.
They're not my responsibility.
But do you pay some of their tuition?
Yes.
Of course, I support. I mean, I sponsor and support. I have scholarship programs. You know what
How
I'm saying?
does that program? How does one enroll in that
They get
You
butt
enroll
booty
on the
naked.
pole.
Yeah.
You enroll
How does
on
one
the
enroll
pole.
in that?
You're not eligible. You're not eligible.
I do
sir.
not want to get into that. I'll be
Okay,
honest.
they're great.
Tip, I got a question for you. I need to ask you some advice, Ti.
All right, let's hear it.
Just got married, bro. 2
Oh,
weeks ago.
I'm so sorry for your wife.
Oh, hey. You have been in a long relationship.
Yeah.
What advice do you give me about, you know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
Mm-hmm.
What are the cleanest advice you can give to someone trying to hold down a good marriage, getting started in this game?
Man, you know what? Just shut up a lot of times, man. Just shut up. That's it. Most of the time, man. All we gotta do is shut up.
What about in the bedroom? Because a lot of the times
He said,
with our,
Damn, what that?
Say clean.
I mean, with our schedules, he's
schedule?
tired a lot.
Who's tired?
Rosenberg.
She's right about that. Yeah, I'm tired.
That me.
So
know
is there
it-
such a thing as being tired in the
Hell
bedroom?
no.
I know he's
Supposed
right
to be
about that.
tired after, not before.
He's right about that. There's no excuses.
He doesn't.
There's
He
no
don't have our
time.
schedule. It's hard waking up 4 a.m.
What?
every day.
What you mean?
He's in the
Wake up at 4
gym.
a.m. every
Man,
day.
come on, man. Y'all. And after you leave here, you go home, right?
No, never. Oh, he does. You're right. You know what? You're right. He should be tired. He goes home and naps.
Usually get a clean nap in. But no, that part I figured out. There's no excuse for it. You have to have a satisfied wife. That is, you don't realize it when you're young how you're going to get to a point one day as a man, as a grown man, when sex is not only something you want to do sometimes, but there are other times when it's something you have to do.
Nah.
Not how you see it?
Nah, hell no.
You're always just ready to go.
at the drop of a hat. My reputation depends on it.
Mm.
I stand behind my product. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Morty, what's going on with T.I. music wise?
Trouble Man.
Yeah.
Well, I just officially released the date for Trouble Man. It's December 18th. Yeah, and I'm very proud of the music, man. Very proud. I definitely went in with the people who I've been working with throughout my entire career, the DJ Toomps, the Pharrells, even Jazzy Faye. I have a lot of very, very interesting collaborations, everything from Lil Wayne to CeeLo, Andre 3000, Pink.
What was that conversation like with Andre? It seems like he's such a puzzle, and he jumps on the most
But you
random.
know
He
what,
jumps on
though?
random songs.
You know what though? Me and Dre, man, we've been trying to get this collaboration done since the King album, and the stars and the moon just aligned, and I think it was worth the wait. But and that record I got the best 3000 verse ever outside of an album.
Ever.
Hold on.
Ever.
You heard
How
what he
could
just
you-
did on the Ross
wait.
album,
Hey,
right?
did
You heard
I-
what he just did on that Ross.
Hey man, ever.
Jeez.
I'm excited.
All right, that's big news right there.
Did I flinch when I said
No,
it?
did not.
we're gonna wait for that one then.
Ever.